This Gen Z kid that I work with, he pulls me aside the other day. He says, "Yo, Unc, let's yap." And I said, "Stop calling me Unc," because I am still unclear as to whether or not it is a term of endearment or an insult. He said, "Look, bro, how is it that you fuck around so much and our boss is always mad at you, but you haven't been fired yet?" And I said, "That's a great question. It's because I'm a Zennial." He said, "What does that mean?" And I said, "Well, we're cusp babies. We were born under a millennial moon, but we have Gen X placements." He said, "I know what the fuck Zennial is. I'm asking what that has to do with you not being fired." I said, "Well, as a Zennial, I'm an ideal employee. Like, I know that our boss knows that he will never fire me because the amount of effort it would take to replace me defeats the purpose. It isn't cost effective. And I'll never ask for a raise because I have low self-worth and I don't think I could handle the rejection of him saying no. Instead, I will just work harder, passive-aggressively, filled with resentment and indignation and a little bit of hope, thinking that he'll just one day give me a raise because I deserve it. I act like I don't care, but I'm also really good at my job. It's called nonchalant professional." He said, "Bro, that sounds pretty miserable. Why don't you just quit?" And I said, "I'll never quit, because I have crippling anxiety at the thought of any sort of major life change. Also, I've invested way too much time here, despite the diminishing returns. And I have crushing debt." He said, "I can't tell if you're being serious or not." And I said, "That's the thing about Zennials. We are self-aware, cynical hypocrites, an entire generation steeped in satire, just apathy and irony. Where do you think the term thoughts and prayers came from? We invented that shit." He said, "What is wrong with your generation?" I said, "You want to know what's wrong with my generation? Marvel movies." Another fascinating aspect of Zennials is that we want to help. We want to be part of the solution. But we also know that we're part of the problem, and we're committed to the bit, just like Marvel movies. He said, "Dude, you need a vacation." I said, "A vacation? I can't even take a nap without feeling overwhelmed by guilt." And then this kid looked at me and he said, "Cool story, bro." And then he disappeared in a puff of smoke. I never saw him again.